In the ancient silence before kingdoms rose, before empires carved their names into stone, there lived a man whose legacy was not built by cities, armies, or monuments, but by footsteps. Footsteps taken in the presence of God. His name was Enoch. The Bible gives him only a few verses, yet his story echoes louder than many who ruled nations. Scripture does not tell us how he died. It tells us something far more unsettling. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. What kind of life ends like that? What kind of faith causes heaven itself to interrupt mortality? Tonight, we journey back before the flood, before Noah's Ark, into a world unraveling under sin to uncover the story of the man who walked so closely with God that death never touched him. Enoch was born into a fractured world. Humanity had already fallen. Violence was increasing. Corruption spread unchecked. Genesis describes these generations with haunting repetition, and he lived. And he died. Life followed a predictable rhythm: birth, labor, death. But Enoch's generation was different. He was the seventh from Adam, a number that would later symbolize completion, rest, and divine order. Yet the world around him was descending into chaos. The sons of Adam were multiplying, but righteousness was thinning. A voice of God was growing faint among men. And into that darkness, Enoch was born. Enoch was not a priest, not a king, not a warrior. He was a son, a husband, a father. Genesis tells us, when Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. And then something changes. After Methuselah's birth, Scripture says, Enoch walked with God for 300 years, not believed in God, not knew about God. He walked with him. This implies intimacy, consistency, direction. To walk with God means to align your pace with his, to listen, to obey, to trust. Walking with God is not an event. It is a lifestyle. It means God is not invited into moments, but into movement. Enoch did not walk ahead of God. He did not lag behind. He matched his steps to the divine rhythm. In a violent world, Enoch chose holiness. In a corrupt culture, Enoch chose obedience. Faith for Enoch was not loud. It was steady. Day after day, year after year, 300 years. The New Testament reveals something startling. The book of Jude tells us, Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied. Enoch was not silent. He warned his generation of judgment. He spoke of the Lord coming with holy ones. This made him dangerous. To live righteously is one thing. To speak truth in a corrupt age is another. Enoch stood against the tide. Walking with God isolates. Enoch likely faced mockery, resistance, rejection. Yet Scripture records no complaint, no bitterness, only faithfulness. True faith is often unseen until heaven responds. Hebrews 11 declares, by faith Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. This was not escape. It was testimony. Enoch's life preached one final sermon. Faith pleases God. One day, Enoch walked. And then, he didn't return. No grave, no farewell. He simply stepped from earth into eternity. God took him. Enoch proves that closeness with God is possible, not reserved for prophets alone, not limited by era. Faith still moves heaven. The question Enoch leaves us is simple and unsettling. Are we walking with God or merely walking past him? Because one day, every walk ends. But only one kind of walk leads home.